Oh, good evening, my friend. How are you, Bob?
Hey, Jasmeet, good evening. I'm good. How are you doing?
Absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Welcome to episode number two, guys. In this episode, we're basically just talking about gathering important documents and how important are they. What are some of the things that are probably going to help you? We're only going to take a few minutes today just to explain why should we do it. Look, the reality is, first thing first, why do we need the important documents? We need the important documents for various reasons. Obviously, registration, application, and legal processes is going to be one of those. We also have to make sure we have some of the identity and residency qualification, that some of the things that we might need for Medicare and also for Centrelink. So I'm going to talk about a few list of necessary documents, and then Bob's going to take you to a few as well. So I'm quickly going to start with passport and visa. So if you have your passport, you don't have to worry about entering New Zealand unless and until you've got a criminal record, then you might be stopped. And just be really careful that you do have to fully disclose if you have any criminal record in New Zealand, because if they figure it out later on, then the likelihood of they're gonna deport you is very, very high. Number two, and this is something that we get a lot of as well, which is visa. So New Zealand citizens, again, guys, I'm not an immigration specialist, by the way. Get advice from the immigration specialist for sure. But New Zealand citizens whose partners are just on a permanent residency, they have to apply for a visa called 461. 461 is a visa which can be given to anybody's partner who's a New Zealand citizen, a partner of New Zealand citizen, and that visa is usually for about 5 years. And I think by that time, you can obviously, after 4 years, you can apply for your citizenship. If you've been in the country for 4 years, no more than 90 days out of the country in one particular given year. Um, so you have to make sure that we get in touch with an immigration specialist. If you need an introduction, just let us know. We'll also try to bring them on for the next conversation. Then you can ask them obviously question. I think that would be appropriate one. Visa, they're obviously fastest way for one of my friends who is a citizen, but the partner was just a permanent resident. They applied for 600 visa, which was the just a normal subclass 600 visitor visa. And once they were in the country, they were able to quickly apply for 461 and they got their visa pretty quickly. And they did not really waste their time, because some people are applying while they're in New Zealand. Yes, they will get that as well in due course. But the fastest way, what I've seen personally from a friend, is when they were in the country. Now, while on 461, this has been a very controversial topic. That some of the people are getting Medicare covered for the partners who are on 461, but some are not. I don't know what the hell is going on. I've actually tried for months and months and months to keep a very close eye on my friends' partners' Medicare, which they haven't got it yet. But when I posted on the group, some of them have got it. So I am not 100% sure. I'm not convinced. Uh, I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, that's something that we haven't been able to really to be able to make sure that you are able to get your kids in the school, and obviously certain government services as well. So make sure you are able to have both the copies, soft and the hard copies, just to make sure that you are able to do it. Bob.
Yeah, I'll quickly touch base the families from New Zealand who are coming along with the kids. So I highly recommend that get appointment with your GP and get a full record of your immunization for your kids and for yourself. They will give you a soft copy via email, but get a print one as well, because that will be very helpful when you will want to enroll your kids at childcare or even at schools. And most probably, when you come here to Australia, and if you want to apply for childcare subsidy, it's not automatic. You have to apply it through Centrelink on the MyGov app. Um, and when you apply, the first thing they're going to check is the immunization record. And mostly with the families coming from New Zealand to Australia, there's always one immunization that I've experienced is missing. So if you
Is it
come here
one or
and
two? I've experienced some of them are saying two. For some
yeah,
people, it's two. For some kids, sorry.
yeah, for my one, it was one missing, so we
Okay.
got that done from the GP, and then there is if you everything is online, it's all on MyGov, and when you get the immunization done here, they automatically update it on the portal. So and there is a certificate for immunization you can download. People can download as well on the app on through the MyGov app. So it's all online. But I highly recommend you get all your records, you get the school records, and you get your immunization record from the GP, and that is a big help when you come here with family and you want to enroll your kids into childcare or into and the schooling as well. And that's
And
pretty
people
much it.
have to do it to get the childcare subsidies as well. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, so it's yeah, they won't get a childcare subsidy if the immunization is not up to date. So it's a very important thing that's required. So I think as soon as you arrive, get enrolled with the GP, get your immunization updated, and then apply it on the Centrelink and go from there.
Yeah, Medicare has been a very, very controversial one as well. Guys, for some people, it's taking not long. For some people, it's taking ages. So, what I've figured it out from my experience and a lot of people who have been posting online on the group is so when you apply for Medicare, as soon as you send them the documents, just follow up with them after a week or after a few days. And what they really do is, man, they can really tell you exactly what sort of documents are they missing, what they really need, and then they will also give you like an ID, like an account number or an ID number that will be your case ID. So that will be very, very helpful for you to be able to keep a track of what's going on. So that's something that you really ought to do that as well as soon as humanly possible. And just to get the Medicare, I think it is really how often can you follow up with them is very, very important.
The best
Last one.
The best thing I think I want to share is for both Medicare and Centrelink, people get worried. Okay, am I gonna be covered? Do I have to pay too much cost for my Medicare, for my healthcare until I wait for Medicare? So I just want to give some assurance that don't worry. If you have an application with Medicare or an application for Centrelink, they will backdate it for childcare subsidies and any cost that you have paid. So you can get that. Once it's approved, they will backdate and they'll pay you for that, which is
Fantastic.
great.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So a lot of people who have not, and also for the Medicare, right? I'm sorry, I lost you for a minute. Is that what you were talking about? Medicare, if
Yeah,
they had to go to a GP.
yeah. So if
Oh,
someone
great.
is waiting for a Medicare and they don't have a Medicare card, they go to a GP, they have to pay a full fees, right? So but when you get your Medicare,
Correct.
you can lodge a claim and you can get that money back. So yes, you have to pay it while you're waiting for your Medicare, but you can get that money, you can claim it back once you Medicare. They will backdate it. You are eligible from the day you arrive in the country. But yes, you have to maybe pay some money from your pocket while you're waiting for these services, Medicare and Centrelink. But they will backdate it and you can always claim it
Yeah,
back.
man. I'm so sorry. I don't think so. I've got the best of the best of the internet today. Uh,
Back to you,
yeah.
Jasmeet.
I keep losing you.